my fears relieved. How fresh I feel that days appear. The hour I first believed. So sing along, yeah, yeah. Your grace is set me free, yeah, yeah. Flying but now I see, yeah, yeah. Nothing less than amazing. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that once was love.
Good afternoon, Birmingham, and it's lovely to be out on the streets today. What amazing weather we've got. And yeah, I don't really share my testimony a lot. I'm quite shy, even though people would say that. But I was standing over there and I felt the Lord say, you need to share your testimony. So I'm going to be obedient because I know that when God tells you to do something, one, you need to do it, and two, that testimony is going to be for someone here. So 16 years ago, I made a decision that changed my life. And that decision was to follow Jesus. And before that, you know, I had a great upbringing, I had a great life. I was living in London, you know, I was working, great job, great friends, but there was something inside me that was completely empty, and I was so lonely inside. And I did that. I tried to fill that by relationships. I tried to fill that by going out clubbing. I would be out in the clubs every Saturday night, and I was taking recreational drugs because I wanted to get rid of that loneliness and I didn't want to face it. And it got to the stage where I couldn't go out on a Saturday night and not take drugs. And thank God that even though I didn't know him, he decided that he was going to take me out of that. And I actually had to leave London, and he sent me around the world. And I had to go. I got a backpack, I gave up my job, my flat, and I went travelling around the world on my own for a year. And I was so scared, but I just thought, you know what, I've got to do this, because if I don't get out of this place, I don't know where I'm going to end up. And you know what, in that year, God began to show himself to me. And I was traveling around and I was like, I felt that someone was looking down on me. And every time I needed money, money came from unexpected sources. Every time I needed somewhere to stay, I would meet people and I would end up staying in the most amazing places. And I was like, something about this, there's someone looking after me. And I remember being sat up a mountain in Tahiti, I think it was, most beautiful place. And I looked out and it was just so stunning. And I thought, there is no way this has been created by accident. And from then, I began to say, Lord, if you're real, show me. And I travelled around and I came back, and I didn't really want to come back to England, but God had a plan. And I came back and I ended up working as a temp in a church here in Birmingham. And I was here for 1 week, but God had a plan for my life. And I remember I was typing up the sermons and I thought, you know what, this is kind of like what I think is right. And after a month, I decided that I was going to give Jesus a try. And that's what I did. I accepted him into my life. And from that time, that hole that I'd had in my inner being got filled. And what I realised was that void that I'd been trying to fill with drugs, with men, with whatever I could to try and numb that pain, it was a God-shaped hole all along. And as soon as I gave my life to the Lord,